guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another makeup tutorial using the JAclyn Hill and Morphe Vault collection. Today I'm going to be using the other two palettes that I didn't use in my last video, which are the two palettes that are kind of closer to my heart and closer to my colour zone. The two warm tone palettes. So I'm going to be showing you how to create the look that I'm wearing right now. I did include the whole face as always. So if you like the look of this makeup look and you'd like to know how I did it, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. The two palettes I'm going to be using today, the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which looks like this. We have the Ring the Alarm palette, which I think is probably going to be my favourite, which is this guy right here. So I'm literally just going to mix the colours between both because I feel like the Ring the Alarm doesn't have enough kind of yellows and oranges, but this one then doesn't have enough reddy tones, so I'm just going to use both palettes. And this is the eye look I came up with today. I got some pink in there, but I wanted like a really warm crease as well, because I know the other video that I did when I tested out the other two palettes originally, they were more, I feel like they were less wearable looks. I feel like this is more of a, I wouldn't say everyday to be fair, I'd say this is just more of my kind of glam warm tone look that I would usually wear, so that's why I thought I would play around with this palette. And I also got asked if I was going to do a video using these palettes as well, which I already planned to anyway. But what I did first when I did this eye is I actually did my brow bone highlight first. So I took my fave shade, which is VIP, this icy white shade, and I just took that as my brow bone highlight. I've been doing this recently, just it kind of helps me just not to take my eyeshadow up too high. Pop that there, and then I went in with the shade Access, which is this yellow here, and I just buffed this pretty much everywhere in the crease. And I found this to be literally like one of the most pigmented shades that I've used today. Starting in the outer corner, and then I'm gonna use circular motions just to buff it into the inner corners. I then took the shade Agent, also from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is this warm kind of terracotta-y brown shade. Just went over the crease with a more kind of flat crease brush. Next was just take a really fluffy brush, and from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, the shades Secure and Access, just the yellow and the orange. And then I lightly just run these through the crease just to warm it up a tiny bit more. Went into the Ring the Alarm palette, and I took the shade Mugshot, which is this kind of coffee brown kind of shade. And I just took this on a kind of little domed crease brush, and I just packed this on the outer corner. And this is a really nicely pigmented shade, but it blends so nicely as well. So this was also one of my favourite shades that I used. And I just took some concealer and cut the lid as I always concealer just about there, and then I just used my finger and just blended out the edges of that brown shadow. Just went on the edges of the concealer just so it doesn't look like a harsh concealer line. I just took a really defined brush like that, and I went into Agent, which is the brown from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I just used this to re-outline the crease. Then for over the concealer, I first took the shade VIP, which was the shade I used for the inner corner highlight, and I just took that on my finger and just started to pat this kind of like on the inner third of the eye, and I feel like I just got a nice amount of pigment by just pressing it on with my finger just like that, just so I knew roughly where I wanted it. And then I took a brush and then just used it dry actually, and just patted this over top just like that. And then the next shade is where I had some struggle with, like I had a slight struggle with this. So from the Ring the Alarm palette, I took this shade here, which is called Lolly. It's just like a iridescent-y kind of pink shade, and it's got kind of like a yellow reflect in it. And at first I tried this with my finger, and I just couldn't get that much pigment from it. I tried it with my finger and then a brush and then a wet brush, and I just still didn't get enough pigment. Like I wanted it to be this intense, and I feel like I just couldn't get it, so I really had to just swirl my finger around in there for a while until I got something, and then I just dragged this over. Like even still, it doesn't look as pigmented as I thought it was gonna be. I honestly thought it was gonna be a lot more pigmented than that. I'm just going to move on to the skin now, and then I'll finish off the eyes once I've done my base makeup and stuff. So I'm going to just go in with the Colourpop All Star Matte and Blur Primer. I haven't decided how I feel completely about this primer. I'm still needing to test it, I feel, because I'm still just kind of in a about it. I'm still not 100% sure, and I feel like I have to test things just for a while before I know whether I'm gonna love it or not. So yeah. Foundation, I know I used this in my last video, but I really love this. But this is the YSL All-in-One Glow Foundation. I don't know how to say it in their language, so it's the All-in-One Glow Foundation. And I don't know if I said it in that video, but I love wearing this and applying it with a brush. Just kind of use like the same face products that I used the other day, kind of. I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I feel like it just works the best with this foundation. Set all that in place, I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun Loose Powder. It smells like, this has a really strong scent to it, and I don't know if I like it. Like, it's very floral, and I feel like it makes me want to sneeze. Take the shade Agent from the Armed and Gorgeous palette, run that underneath, and then I'm just going to take the yellow shade, which is called Access, and then just use that to blend out the brown. I'm going to use the Morphe Brontour in the shade Celebutaunte, which is this one. I'm just going to mix both of the shades together quite lightly. I don't want to add anything too heavy, so I'm just literally going to press my brush in like twice, and then just contour. I'm just going to take the lighter shade out of the two, just that one, and then use this to bronze up around my hairline. Blush, I'm going to go in with MAC Peaches. I feel like it just goes with the pink shade on the eyes quite well, so I'm going to use that. For the glow, I'm going to use the Dose of Colours and iluvsarahii collab, and this is the shade Soulmate. And I tried this yesterday and I wore this yesterday, and can we just... Okay, then for lips, I don't know, I felt like just doing something quite bold, so I'm gonna go in with the Jefree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade I'm Shook. I just felt like doing a bold. Was this a mistake? Oh well. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. That is the end of today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the look that I came up with today. If you did, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up, and also make sure that you're subscribed as well. Down below, let me know what your favourite palette from the vault is, if you have it, or just your favourite in general, if you've just seen it, or you've just seen it being used in videos and stuff. Just let me know. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!